Hola amigos, it's that time of year again. It's June, so that means E3 for everyone, and it comes a yearly tradition of having in mind what we want from these companies. So let's start out by Xbox. I think Xbox will release exclusives, PlayStation is going to release exclusives, and Nintendo is going to release... I'm thinking for the unthinkable here, man. The E3, the biggest event in gaming. Now, what does the letter E and the number 3 have in common, and why is that when they are put together is related to gaming? Who knows? But this event surely brings a lot of gamers and a lot of people back into the gaming community. The E3 has been a thing since 1995, and as to this day it has been celebrated every year. Almost every year. You see, in 2020 we got a little thing I like to call the flu deluxe that spread quickly and it was a very serious disease. And well, the E3 is kind of allergic to that, so the responsible decided that they weren't making the big event like every other year. Well, this year is different. The organizers planned E3 2021 online, which is a very good solution to this problem. But we don't care about that. We care about the big Nintendo, what it's planning for us. And I better make this video quick before any leaks appear. Oh god. So Amazon Mexico apparently had an item called New Nintendo Switch Pro in their system. If you say that to me, that's a win for my country. Take that, the rest of the world. And the only thing I can say about this leak... Are we still doing the quote-unquote new on every new system that comes after this one? If so, Nintendo, you got to grow up. What is the point of calling it new if it's going to be old in 30 years? It's going to be the same problem like with the 3DS system. Just call it Nintendo Switch Pro. But besides that, I don't think Nintendo is that stupid of putting their new system in an Amazon page. I mean, sure, Best Buy leaked the Amiibo and the render for Joker, but like, that's Best Buy, it's just a store. Maybe Nintendo is stupid, and I'm happy that they are finally gonna release an upgrade to the Switch, but really? Another handheld console? I was expecting from Nintendo to move on from the Switch. Sure, you made your impact with the Switch, we're all happy, but we are not asking for another one. Some of us are asking for an actual console, and I know it's cool to what supposedly is a handheld console that can run 4K games, but it's Nintendo we're talking here, so there's not that big of a possibility of that happening. So if you really want to run 4K games, release an actual console, or well, maybe this time the dock can actually provide more power to the Switch, but my god, if the Nintendo Switch gets hot when getting it out of the dock, I will need cooking gloves to take the Nintendo Switch Pro out, and even that will hurt. Well, I got a little carried there, didn't I? But if they're actually releasing their new console on the E3, it will be the first thing that they show or the last thing that they show. Moving on to more predictions, a lot of people including myself want Breath of the Wild 2 news. I said in my last E3 video that I was one of the people that forgive Nintendo for not telling us any Breath of the Wild 2 news. I was comprehensive and unlike everybody else that was complaining in Twitter about why we didn't get any gameplay of it. But as of right now, I think we deserve at least something. It's been way too long since they have talked about it. And I don't care how they show the footage, maybe it can be the same way as Mario Kart Double Dash, where they just use melee models and put them in carts. Just show me that you're working on it. Don't tell me, show me. I know I said I don't like making predictions, but it's part of the fun, you know, so my next prediction is Mario Odyssey 2. I've already talked about this a month ago. I remember that I said a bunch of ideas in that video, but I don't care if nothing I said gets added. I don't care if my idea for the game is the complete opposite to the real deal. I just want to get that excitement back for 3D Mario games, the same way Mario Odyssey brought me back into just lay down and play one of the best games on the Switch. I love this game and I want to see the same love they put for Mario Odyssey for Mario Odyssey 2. This can also be an event for the beginning or the end of the Nintendo Direct. Now you might be saying that The Legend of Zelda deserves way more the final spot or the beginning spot for the Direct, but Mario Odyssey has really been gone for 4 years now, and I really want to see this game come back in the best way possible. Moving on from Mario, we got Splatoon, the ink squid game that everybody loves. And did you know they released a trailer for their next game? Splatoon 3, I've been dying to know what this little guy is here. This is one of my favorite games and a successful one, I must say. The first one came out in 2015 and it blew hard. Nintendo and a shooter. And it's good? So after the successful Splatoon comes a Splatoon 2 and my god does it improve itself 10 times more than the original. Not to say that the last one sucked, but this game just makes it better. And then in February on this year we get the amazing reveal of Splatoon 3, a bunch of new features and a really long trailer, and we still have to wait a year for the game? This is going to be amazing. I just hope they don't pull a Mario Tennis Ultra Smash with Splatoon 3. Besides that, I'm expecting a trailer showing more features about Splatoon 3. I want to see what happened to the world and why are we in Paris. I want to see more combat and a bit of gameplay for the story mode. Of course, I'm saying the things I want, which is basically everything, but I'm just happy if they just show a bit more gameplay of the game. I just realized that everything I've talked about has been on my past videos. Gotta love me, because another prediction for the E3 Direct is the reveal of a new character in Smash, and I truly don't care who gets at it. I'm just expecting somebody getting at it in the middle of the Direct, but with this there will only be one spot remaining. Woo, I couldn't care less. Hey yo, did anybody set ports? Because I sure didn't. If it's Nintendo we are talking here, you know we are getting bad quality ports, and hey, it's not Nintendo's fault the ports do so good on sales. It's you that buys them because there was a time limit and they are never going to release them again. I've learned my lesson, but I don't know what game they're going to take to put it onto the Nintendo Switch. They have come to a point that there is no other big game to put on the Switch. So you know we are getting old games onto the Nintendo Switch. This guy says HD and better controls. The only franchise that comes into mind that hasn't gotten a port is Mario Kart, and I actually pay for a collection of these games. The good ones, of course. A big mashup of Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart Double Dash, and Mario Kart Wii, just like Mario 3D All-Stars. But in this version I would actually want dedication to the collection in general. Have a good title screen, details about the games in a better form, good menus, interactive screens, all that good stuff. And with that, I don't think I can imagine other possibilities being in this Direct. Sure, we will have our Pokemon news and Pikmin stuff, but I'm not into those franchises. I'm into the big stuff in the table. And if none of my predictions are in the Direct, this will surely be the worst E3 Nintendo has had. But I don't think that is going to be the case. While we all sometimes hate Nintendo and sometimes love this company, we can all agree they know how to make hype in 40-second trailers. They have broke the internet many times and this will not be the exception. Also, with the competition, Xbox and PlayStation, Nintendo is not staying behind and will surely release big stuff and only big stuff in the Nintendo Direct. Just a reminder guys that the Nintendo Direct is happening the 15th of June. Don't worry, Nintendo always has these things prepared one day before the whole thing, so you should be all good. I'm truly excited to see if at least one of my predictions is correct, and if not, I'll still be happy. Keep in mind that we shouldn't really have our expectations through the roof, and we really have to go miles onto the Direct if we want to enjoy it. But besides that, be on the lookout for videos about the Nintendo Direct. I know one thing will sure make me happy enough to make a video out of it. In other words, be prepared for me to milk the shit out of this Nintendo Direct.